All right, well, welcome everyone. How are we doing tonight? Woo! Thanks, Michelle. So excited that you all are here joining us this evening. We got a great evening in store for you. If you could make your way to your seats, grab some food if you need to, if you haven't done so already. As a reminder, if you need to use the restroom, straight out those doors to the right end of the hallway to the left-hand side. You can't miss it, just follow all of the signs. Well, we have a great evening planned for you for our last time gathering together as life groups for this specific session. As we announced last week, have a special guest who's toured on cruise ships, who's done all different kinds of shows, and we're just so privileged and lucky to have him with us tonight. So if you could make your way to your seats, I'd like to invite Chris to come on up and join me up here on the stage. Let's hear it for Chris Strait.
Wow, you guys can stop clapping with the best of them. That was great timing. I hadn't even picked up the mic. It was, okay, start. Actually, one second, I'm going to open this. Take your loudest bites now. Oh. Thank you so much. Keep it going for Matt, too. Thank you to him and for Micah for recommending me, too. Thank you so much. Oh, yes. Already had something to eat. I stared at the fruit. I know I should eat the fruit, and on my way out I might. That's a promise we tell each other, but I went straight for the pizza and the cookies. That's what we're known for. I travel all over the world. That's what we're known for. Right? You know, in Japan, they're known for eating sushi. In Mexico, they're known for eating tacos. You know what Americans are known for eating? A lot. Yeah. Too much. Yeah. I don't know about the rest of you. I can't follow their diet advice. I try to watch these little Instagram fitness models. They're 4'11", weigh 90 pounds. I don't fit their advice. You want to lose weight, you ought to take 15,000 steps a day. I saw that once, take 15,000 steps a day. If I started that now, I'd end up in Vegas. No, I can't follow their caloric advice, too. She said you're 4'11", 90 pounds, said she ran on a treadmill, she was a post she did, for an hour and burned 200 calories. Yeah, she ran on a treadmill for an hour, she only burned 200 calories. Folks, I am 6'6" and I weigh 265 pounds. I burn 200 calories just telling you that. But it's true. Even if you think you're eating healthy, there's no guarantee there's going to be something wrong with it. Sometimes we get good news, right? Like certain beverages have reversed during my lifespan, right? Like nowadays, soda is poison and wine is health food. I wouldn't have won money betting on that, but I'm not calling it bad news. And also lettuce, right? Like what could be healthier than lettuce, we think? Can you think of a food that's been recalled more than that? All right, they find problems with lettuce. When I was a kid, they had a problem with the iceberg. I remember that in the 80s. Maybe it was just a California thing. Every fast food place for like 2 weeks, they had to take that one sheet of iceberg lettuce out of their triple bacon death cheeseburger. Like we were going to notice and not eat it. Oh, that's not a salad now. Forget it. Right, then in the 90s, they had a problem with the spinach. So you're too young to remember that. Yeah, and just a few years ago, 2019, they had a problem with the romaine. They had to take all the romaine out of the buffet. Remember that? Yeah, that's 3 types of lettuce just in my lifetime. You know what I've never seen them recall once? Cheetos. Yes, and I am calling that good news. You're right to clap, sir. But I almost kind of wish as a fan of comedy that they would have a recall because that would be a hysterical press conference. The president of Frito-Lay having to come out, ladies and gentlemen, we got to take all the Cheetos off the shelves. We found vitamins. It turns out everything orange is good for your eyesight. What a swing and a miss. I like to do shows like this for certain events. I've done obviously church shows like this. I've done shows for benefits. I've done shows for the homeless. And yeah, I don't know if you've ever done a show for the homeless, but guess what? Not a politically correct, tame group of people. Yeah, they want you to get real with them really fast. I show up, they didn't prep me at all. I'm about to go on stage. That's way too late to give instructions, by the way. The show's going to be the show. The guy comes up to me and goes, hey, you can roast us if you want. Yeah, believe it or not, I didn't write any homeless roasting material. I'm really sorry. So he's trying to think of something to give me to make fun of them, and he leans in and goes, I was homeless for 5 years, and I'm still fat. And he sent me on stage with that information. So I'm just on stage doing math like crazy, like how did he get 3,000 calories a day on spare change alone? I said, off stage, I said, how did you do that? He goes, it's easy. I didn't reinvent the wheel. I just used the same old sign that nobody else used anymore. I said, what do you mean? Will work for food? Exactly. So that worked for you? He goes, yep, because when you're overweight holding a sign that says, will work for food, you don't look overweight, you look busy. That was funnier than anything I had said that whole night. Wish I'd have talked to him sooner. No, but I think about that, there's no way to tell whether you're in shape or not. Like I said, it matches up to your size. I look at it like this. Like, I have a goal. I like to play practical jokes on my family on my way out. When I die, I want them to laugh. Right? I want laughter at every tense event. We always get so tense about death. Put jokes in it, like die at your absolute fattest. That way when you're cremated, you still need pallbearers. Bucket 1, bucket 2, bucket 3. And why does it smell like ham in here? Some of you are picturing that. I hope I caught you mid-bite. No. Okay, let's be honest, though. We like to eat certain things. I say you don't know what you're eating. That's not true. Some places are not lying to you. Some places we eat, we know what we're getting. Taco Bell is not lying to you. Like, Taco Bell has something on their menu called a gordita. Yeah, if you don't speak Spanish, that means little fat girl. Wouldn't call it a subtle hint, would you? And let's be honest, too. As you age, certain foods stop being fun. Like, you still eat them, but the adult version is sad compared to the kids' version. Like cereal is the best example of that, wouldn't you say? Cereal is so much more fun when you were a kid. That aisle was at your height. Let's walk down the cereal aisle now and look how they have it set up. Everything from here on down, brightly colored boxes, cartoon characters and prizes, right? For the first 30, 40 years of your life, cereal is all just sugar, 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 sugar. Then one day you show up and it's fiber. That got serious in a heartbeat. All of a sudden, all the boxes are white. They've all got Surgeon General warnings on the side. Just one day, the point of cereal shifts from kill my pancreas to save my colon. Apparently, those are the two jobs we've decided as a society that cereal gets to do. But why can't they ever do them together? No one is at the same level of health. We're all different, right? We need more cereals that do both, that are sugary and fibrous. There aren't that many, are there? Like Honey Nut Cheerios, Frosted Mini Wheats. They should have a whole bunch of cereals like that, like Procto Pebbles, Colonic Krispies, Flushing Flakes. Right? You could still use Tony the Tiger with Flushing Flakes. Right? He just comes out, there, I'll be right back. And he runs to the bathroom. Right? I don't know about the rest of you. I can't stay on a diet. Right? That's right. I've tried them all too. They're vegan, low carb, no carb, rice diet. The one I'm on right now is called I Surrender. Yeah, there's a lot of you on that diet. I saw you at that table. The low carb is probably the one I had the most success with, because you know what low carb diet is? It's a no carb diet with mistakes. Right? You can fall off the wagon. You're still technically on that diet, right? But it makes your plate look ridiculous, especially at a buffet, especially at breakfast, right? Because nobody knows what you're doing. If they see your plate at dinner and it's all meat and all greens, they know, okay, this guy's keto, I get it. But at breakfast, they don't quite know what you're doing. I'm sitting there with eggs, bacon, ham, sausage, cheese. In the middle of all this fat, I put one apple. Yeah, I really did this on a cruise ship once, and I forgot what I was holding because it was early and I was out of it. And this older guy was looking at me funny, and I thought he was going to say something about the show the night before because I forgot what I was holding. But instead, he looks at my plate, looks at me, and goes, you know, buddy, you're asking an awful lot from that apple. I didn't even think about it. He's totally right, isn't he? No matter what food you eat, it all gets in there together. Now, what have I turned that apple into? A bouncer at a bad nightclub. He's sitting there against all that eggs and cheese. Everybody out. Everybody out. No, you have to go in through the back. Everybody out. Oh, did lettuce call in sick? I hate it when that happens. No, they make you neurotic about what we're eating, too. And that's why I love at every buffet situation, whether it's a casino or like a Golden Corral or a cruise ship, they always put a ton of hand sanitizer. Even pre-COVID, they had sanitizer up there. You know why? Because they want you to be able to do one healthy thing that day. It's true. I saw a guy once emptying the canister, like whole thing, all over his hands, to the point where it was creating a line. And he looks and he sees us looking at him, and he goes, you can't be too careful with your health. Then why'd you eat 3 plates of waffles? I'm not a doctor, but I'm going to make a bold prediction. A couple germs on the fingers is not going to be what takes you out. In fact, in your case, don't wash your hands. You could use a stomach flu. That's the only way you're losing any weight on this trip. even what you're drinking. They make you neurotic about water now. Smart water. That's a real product. Anybody drink that stuff? Smart water? Yeah. Do you ever looked at that bottle and just gotten angry at the implication? It's like, what are you trying to say? We've been drinking dumb water the whole time? I don't know about the rest of you, but when I was a kid playing outside, I drank from the garden hose. Clap if you drank out of the hose when you were a kid. Wow, that was... Might as well have said clap if you're a carbon-based life form. That was everybody. I couldn't help but notice we're all still alive. It couldn't have been that bad for you. Although, let's be honest, if drinking out of the hose had a name, it would be dumb water. You don't look smart drinking out of the hose. But you can't scare our generation with those scare tactics they use to sell the smart water. They're like, you got to give the kids the smart water. It's got the electrolytes and the minerals. Minerals? That hose had rocks in it. Way more minerals than I even asked for. Sometimes people will ask me, because I work in places like casinos and cruise ships with buffets everywhere. And a lot of people have been working from home for the first time in their lives for like the last